Alright, boys, second video in a row. Second video in a row. So, today was a pretty fucking crazy day. Um, Took a couple trades, one loss, one win on futures here on my Top Step account. I'm still in the eval phase, so I'm not quite there for a payout just yet, but we're gonna talk way more about stocks and what's actually going on. I took four trades in stocks today. One lost, but I finished the day in these three trades. All three of them, played out pretty freaking well. And we're going to see what happens tomorrow when market opens. If I'm going to add or even take profit on some of these. If, let's say market opens up really good, I might look to take profit maybe on Hood. And maybe add more to Intel because the Intel setup looks really freaking good here. So anyways, let me go over the futures trade first just because it's the least important. So anyways, let's go to 15-minute. Where did market open? Today's Thursday. Yeah. So coming into market open, there wasn't a whole lot to the downside. This was really the only low that I really wanted us to see us maybe come to. But even then, it wasn't really, mandatory. I didn't think we had to come down there to really move higher. All that I really cared about is that it was in a 15-minute. So if we swept that, we probably would have got a reaction to the upside. But as you can see, we didn't come down that far, and we just, retraced a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So anyways, that's why really all I saw on the 15-minute, and I think on the hourly too, it probably showed the exact same thing. Yeah, this wick down here, it's in an hourly gap. So that's the only thing I wanted to see to the downside, and it didn't happen. So, it is what it is. I didn't really care enough for price to really retrace. I was looking for longs. So anyways, market opens, boom, boom, boom. 938 comes, we get this big leg down. And I'm sure a lot of people probably hopped into shorts off this inversion because it technically inversed this 1 minute bullish inverse, or bullish IFVG. FVG, sorry. I'm freaking messing up my words. But then after that, price chopped around a little bit, swept out this low, didn't come down to this low, but just swept out this low. But then we also had really good low resistance liquidity up above, like that. So boom, one high, two high, three highs, basically an equal high, four highs, five highs. And that's what I wanted to target. So we made this inverse again. We inversed the inverse. Really good RR. The candlestick literally closed right above the inverse. And that's where I entered. I entered with 4 micros. So I actually de-risked. I'm trying to get some confidence back. Regarding futures, I've been trading really bad on futures recently compared to stocks where I've been trading really good. So anyways, we had this equal high here as well, which was my break-even point. Price came down, refilled in this zone right here, which is the IFEG. And then boom, I'm pretty sure some news came out regarding Trump and Iran. So boom, market sent, hit my TP in 2 candles, and I made however much. I think I made like 1,000 on the account, so I'm back up in profit on the account because yesterday I shit the bed. I took a horrible trade. And even then, you could have held up to Asia highs because Asia highs were right here. They got taken. But again, I can't make more than 1,500 in a day on these accounts, so I just went for the 1,100 because it lined up with this high, and boom, that's me done for the day. Anyways, that's it for futures. Obviously, we got a freaking crazy move today, which is still kind of going in post-market too. So anyways, I'm going to close down that. I have Twitter open for a reason. I'm going to go into that when I get to my Robinhood trade. But anyways, let's start off with Intel. On the day, obviously, Intel did gap up. We opened up at 113, whereas we closed at 105. And yeah, so that's sort of what my first trade was counting on. I wanted to see us break this wedge that we're in. This is also called a bull flag. I'm sure many of you have heard that before. But yeah, anyways, we came down, we sort of filled in the gap that we left, and I got stopped out on my first trade. We go on the third 3-minute here. Yeah, so anyways, oops. This is going to be a bit of a longer video because I got lots to talk about. Basically, price gapped up at like 113, and price sort of started moving here. and I think I got in at like 117. So I entered here on this little pullback because I wanted to see us retest this wedge line here and then break out. But obviously we came back down. My stop was at low of day, so at 112, so I got stopped out, and I lost, like $200 on the day, which is not bad. It's not a horrible loss. I've won a lot more than that recently, so I've just lost a little bit of profit, which is completely fine. But then, coming into the end of the day, Trump made an announcement at, it was basically 1:30, right? So 1:30 kind of hit. I was on my computer and on my phone at this time watching the market. So once this announcement came out, I had full cash. I was not in any position in my swing trading account. I bought Intel, I bought Micron, and I bought Robinhood. Intel and Robinhood because of the setups that they had, and Micron because of the amount of strength that it has. And I'm pretty sure I showed you guys already, but these are the three positions. My strongest being Micron, just because of how crazy it's been moving recently. Intel and Robinhood just based on technicals, but I think those will probably run. I mean, after hours, Intel's up another 0.75%, so it's going pretty nice after hours. I don't know about Robinhood. 0.25, not bad. And Micron down 0.47. So, I mean, that's kind of expected. We ran up to 995 when I bought it down here at like 932. So, it was a pretty good day regarding stocks. I'm still in these positions. I didn't sell. I actually kept adding the more we ran up. I kept adding the more we ran up. So, my position, I think, is maybe even bigger than this right now. I think I added another 1,000 to Micron. And I think I left these two. So, I added another 1,000 to Micron. And I still have more cash to add, which is pretty good. But yeah, as I said in the YouTube video yesterday, add to your winners and cut your losers. Obviously, this was based on an economic event Trump tweeted, so I got in super fast. I was on my computer, so I got really good entries on these. And obviously, I'm only up 3% on Micron when it ran up like 6%, but that's because I was adding to my position. And I still think these have more room to run maybe into tomorrow. Personally, I think Micron probably runs to 1,036. I think, we have a gap here and then this wick inside the gap. I think we could take that and then maybe move a little lower. That's the boring one. Micron, I didn't really like the setup, but regarding Intel, obviously I showed you guys the setup already on the 4-hour. The 4-hour looks really good. Like, I genuinely think we're going to break out. Maybe move to like 130, 140, maybe even 150. I mean, semiconductors have been freaking crazy recently. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran up to 150 on this. I don't know if I'll hold to 150. I might hold to like 130, 135, 140. And then Robinhood, this is an interesting one because it's been down bad recently. As you can see, the all-time high is 154, and we're down in the 90s right now. But I think it's set up a really nice base here. This looks almost like a breakout, like a breakout's going to happen. Let me turn on my ribbons here. Not on the 4-hour, on the daily. I think we come up and retest this one at 102. That's probably when I'll take profit on Robinhood at a 102, 103 sort of area. Just because the 200-day moving average, it's very hard to break. We may even break it and come higher, but I want to rotate Hood into, like, for example, Intel or Micron that I think are going to run way harder than this. This is more of just like a setup that I think looks really good, but I don't know if it'll run as hard as Micron or Intel. And even today, like, it didn't go up as much as either of them, and that's also my lowest position. So I don't think Hood will be my longest trade. I'll probably look to cut this fairly soon, but hopefully we could see 100 soon. And also, regarding Robinhood, let's go here to Twitter. This is what I'm also seeing. Blah, 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 blah. Here. Hood just saw a 20 million insider buy. Director Mayor Malka bought another 250,000 shares at $81, bringing his stake to 8 million shares. He has now purchased more than 50 million of Hood stock over the past week. So this guy's an insider. I searched him up. He's not like a high position inside of Hood, but he is obviously, I honestly forgot what he was. I really do forget what he was, but he's a very high position. And obviously, if someone's buying 50 mil and they're part of the company, you want to be freaking a part of that, man. That's an opportunity. And again, the setup looks really good. We reclaimed all these EMAs, we held them, and then it looks like we're gonna break out. And regarding Hood 2, it kind of follows crypto, and Bitcoin's quite far away from these EMAs. And on the 4 hour, we reclaimed these two EMAs that look like they're about to flip. So maybe we can come see $67,000 on Bitcoin. Who knows? But Bitcoin also looks fairly good, especially with the announcement today. So I think Hood is probably gonna have a little bit of a run up to at that $100. So yeah, I think that's all I really needed to cover today. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these YouTube videos. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate that. I'm really trying to up my game on the content creation, because I'm seeing, people on Instagram, people on TikTok, they're pumping out content, they're getting more followers, and they're getting people inside their community. And if you guys have made it to the end of this video and you want to join my Discord, just send me a message on Instagram or TikTok. They're the same as my YouTube that you're going to see this on. We have a small community of traders, and we really have a good time talking to each other every single morning. We share our trades. We talk, as you guys can see. We got Steamer in here. We had a big conversation this afternoon. Where's the other guy? D's in here, and a few other people talk as well. Just, it's a smaller community, so it's not as active. But if you guys want to join that, just shoot me a message, and I'll share you the Discord link. Alright, guys. Anyways, thank you. If you watched this far, I fucking appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one. It was a big video today, so thank you for watching.